Good morning, guys. We're on our way to our first call. The customer specifically noted that he had a bad experience with a young tech at another company and said to send out a experienced older technician. But here I am going to that call, so let's see how it goes. Mr. John. Hey, John. How's it going?
John.
Nice to meet you, John. E. I'm with Caribou Comfort Heating and Air. I'm here to take a look at your AC system, see what's going on. So you were calling the office. You let them know that something's going on. You want to repair it, and then we're gonna do a whole tune-up and inspect everything. Correct?
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. So as far as what's going on, you want to walk me through what you've been experiencing recently? Thank you so much.
Right?
Yes, sir. E. A
week ago, this just stopped coming on.
Stop coming on. Yeah. Okay. So as far as today, for your expectations, do you want me just to figure out what's wrong, or do you want me to also figure out what's wrong and repair?
Same thing.
Okay, both of them? All right, sounds good. So as soon as I'm done with my evaluation, I'll be able to write up some options for you, and we can go over those options and everything that I found that's going on with your system. And you can choose and pick what you want to do so we can repair it and get it up and going, okay?
I don't want to buy a new one.
No, yeah, no one wants to. No one wants to buy a new air conditioner. It's crazy. So I'm actually going to start in the attic. So do you mind showing me your attic access?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. All right, let's check this capacitor. I have been loving this bit by Malco. It has every bit to take out blower motors, fan motors, etc. Keeps it all in one place. It's a 8-in-1 bit, basically. It has been very useful for sure. So we're gonna check this capacitor. It is a 5 microfarad capacitor. It looks a little newer. We'll see right now. Looking at 5.1, looks good. Just plug her back in. Cool. With that reading good, we're just gonna take blower amps. Just grab this. Then I'm gonna grab this magnet, put it over this, let that hold down. Now the system has power. Now let's see the amps that it's drawing. Just kicked on after the 5-minute delay. We got 6.67 amps. So our data plate is right here. Let's look for the blower wheel. We're looking at a max amperage of 8.2. We're at 6.7, so we're looking pretty healthy. All right, grab my camera. Perfect view right there. Don't look too bad. At the top of the A-frame is where I see a lot of, some more debris. I'm gonna open this electrical panel up, take a peek, inspect everything. Contactor. Whew. That bad boy is pitted for sure. Pitted. Okay. There's the call for cool. So we're getting the 24 volts for cool. Let's just confirm that. Maybe the 24 volts cuts off and that's why it's not working. Who knows? Yep, 25 volts. You can hear the compressor start to kick on. Let's make sure we have the correct power. 240 going in. 240 going out. So let's disconnect the box. Ooh, I hate these disconnects. These always crack and break. Let's check the capacitor. See if this motor's seized up. Doesn't seem seized up. Capacitor looks bubbled up for sure. Take a picture of it. Cool. Long screw. Looking at a 45 and 7. Yeah, definitely is bubbled up. Why'd you take so long for a call? That's just a bad capacitor. Not what it's about. It's about being thorough, doing a full inspection, making sure nothing else is gonna go wrong. Customer can have peace of mind. there's any hiccups in the system that you see, maybe like a failing capacitor in the attic. But yeah, we have a completely dead capacitor. Alright, we're not going to stop there. We're going to check compressor, LRA, running amps for the fan motor and compressor. Now we're going to take the top off. We're going to take a look at this motor. We got oil leakage at the shaft. Take a picture of that. Intense rusting. But that oil leakage right there is what I'm concerned about. Let's go create some options, some solutions. Well, before I do that, let me make sure there is refrigerant in the system. Liquid. These on? Now they are. HCFC compressor. HCFC 22. Yep. All right, let's take a look at our standing pressures real quick. Standing pressure looks okay. Temperature of the pipe. Let's see. Yeah, everything looks good. So we're gonna recommend some things. All right, guys, I finished that thorough diagnostic inspection. Customer basically wants this system, which is older, a 20-year-old system, to run as long as it can. So that's what I'm here to do. Work that we're getting done today is the capacitor, the contactor that's really pitted, a compressor saver kit for that compressor, and then replacing that condenser fan motor. I did explain to him that I'd recommend getting all his options straight as far as like pricing for a new system, but he just really wants to keep the system up and running for as long as he can, basically. So that's what we're here to do. I'm gonna go stop at the supply house to grab the motor. I have everything but the motor, so I'm gonna grab that, install it, and then we have a call in Carlsbad later on today at 2 to 4. I'm trying to get done before then, so I'm not running late.
So real quick, some of you guys watching might have the same goal as me, and that's owning your own HVAC company. And to put it simply, running a home service company is pretty basic. So think of the word basic. B stands for book it, the A stands for assign it, S stands for sell it, the I stands for install it, and then the C stands for collect. Notice I said collect, not chase, because chasing payments isn't a part of our job, and Jobber just solved that. It's pretty basic when you have all the right tools at your fingertips to get all the business side of things done. So no more having to worry about chasing payments, only taking cash or check. You don't even need to manually type in your client's card information. Jobber just launched this new feature where you can tap to pay using just your phone, no card or chip reader. Click the link in my bio for your free trial.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that this contactor is working great, because in the past I've had some fail on me. Yep. We're working good. Great. Move that to the side. Grab our new one. Perfect. Perfect. Now it's just the fan. Alright, now we just gotta replace this. Loosen this set bolt. Unfortunately, gotta do this by hand. Oh, you know what? I probably have a bit for it. Here. Here. No. Here. There it is. Cool. I'm gonna remove this drain plug. Get this going like this. brown going to our capacitor. Black going to our left side of the contactor. Then white going to the right side of the contactor. Blowing perfectly. LRA is at 116.3, max is 103. So I'm gonna put it in this hard start kit. Before that, let's get a little screw. I got a screw in here. All right, Common and Herm. And there's Common. And here's Herm. All right, awesome. Take some pictures. Let me take the amp draw. For this meter, I'll show you how to do it. I was struggling for a while. I know I got a couple comments too. Put it to amps. Click this button 1, 2 times, and then clamp it up. I got a comment on that the other day, and I was going through the same exact thing. Literally bought a new meter, and I didn't have to. We're all done here. I'm gonna pack it up, collect, and then head to Carlsbad. All right, we're all done, wrapped up over there. I have only installed OEM fan motors in the past, by myself at least. I was informed that aftermarket fan motors are supposed to have a dedicated separate fan capacitor for it. I was not aware of that. Everything worked when I left, but we'll see. I have one on my van. I can go back later today if all comes to worst. But yeah, I just used the regular dual capacitor for the fan motor like we always do. Let me know you guys' thoughts. I'm on my way to Carlsbad now to do a heater tune-up. I've never done a heater tune-up before, so I'm gonna be winging it. So yeah. I grabbed a couple grilled chicken sandwiches, gonna eat on the way there. Looks like it's gonna be in a closet, so that's convenient. All right, original from the 80s. Let's take a look at that heat exchanger. Alright, customer gave me authorization. Let's get this thing nice and cleaned up. Valve sent me out their blower wheel puller, so let's put this bad boy to use. So I got the puller kind of on there. There's a gap right here because the shaft is pretty long, but we just basically crank it down. Man, this guy's a long shaft. We got everything taken apart. We're gonna spray it down with some cleaner and then spray it down with the hose. Everything nice and clean. Gonna let it dry, then put everything back in. Guys, that pretty much wraps it up for today. I just had those 2 calls, worked out perfectly. I'm definitely gonna be working on a video, show you guys how much money I make as a 19-year-old HVAC technician, because the trades are pretty lucrative and it pays well, and I want you guys to see firsthand. A lot of you guys are curious on how much money I make. I'm not really like fully transparent on that, but on this call I'll be transparent. So after I sell a job, I always price it out on how much I make, how much I would have made if I was an owner. Today I made $500 with me working around 7 hours, so that was around like $70 an hour. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but at the same time it's like, imagine if I was a business owner and I was in that situation. You'd be making a lot more, obviously, but there's still things to take into account, like marketing. Each call you get, like the one I was just at, takes around like $300 to $500, I think, is typical in California. You have to take account gas. You have to take account paying your employee, or if you did it yourself, you did it yourself. So realistically, today I sold $2,600 worth of repairs, and I made $500 of that. So that leaves the company with $2,000. Plus, you have to take account of how much it costs per lead. Let's say it took $600 for both the leads, $300 each. That you got to minus $600 off of that. At the end of the day, as a business owner,
If you sell $2,500 worth of repairs, you're really making $1,400. So that's just like the realistic part of things. But every single time you sell a job or you're done with the day, you should be going over all of that. It's motivation, because it's like, yeah, I made $500. That's great in one day, but what the potential could be when you own your own company could be a lot greater. Definitely good to do after every call to keep pushing and motivate you for sure. But that wraps up this video. I appreciate you guys for watching. Editor now will be pumping out videos at least once a week, so stay tuned for weekly uploads. And I got a lot more content, different and separate content on Instagram, so follow me on there and you'll see a lot more content. All right, later guys.